Get out of bed, Evelyn. Today is the big presentation. I mutter to myself as I shut off the jarring alarm. I allow myself 5 blissful snooze minutes before willing myself up with a deep breath. Just another manic Monday. I head for my sleek marble bathroom to start the daily transformation into Evelyn Carter, Vice President of Product Development and rising star of TechSpan Corporation. As I apply my armor, the crisp gray suit, glossy updo, winged eyeliner, I rehearse the pitch in my head. Flawless and commanding as always. My driver Mark meets me in the curved driveway, holding the sleek Audi door open. Ready to wow them today, Ms. Carter? I flash a dazzling smile as I slide into the leather seat. Aren't I always? The corporate headquarters loom into view, all glittering glass and steel. As I stride through the lobby, I feel the thrill that comes with every powerful click of my heels. I've earned the coveted corner office with sweeping city views and a team of 10 reporting to me. But I still get the flutters on big presentation days. My assistant Henry rushes over, weighed down by his usual towering stack of files and post-its. His owlish glasses sit askew over worried eyes. The boardroom is prepped and I halt him with a raised hand. Breathe, Henry. We've got this. He nods, exhaling sharply before giving me a thumbs up. Bless him, he's been with me from those late-night analyst days. I straighten his glasses gently. Proud of you. Now, run me through the deck one more time. I want it crisp. As he walks me through the slides, a familiar laugh slices through the office din. My pulse quickens at the sound. Alex. He's holding court by the coffee bar with some new hires, enraptured by another larger-than-life story. The very same Alex I mentored and endorsed for senior product manager before our dynamic flipped on its head. I sneak an extra few seconds to admire the tailored suit that hugs his tall frame before turning my focus back to the task at hand. Evelyn. Henry still has my attention, but my thoughts are drifting 2 desks down to Alex's sparkling eyes and infectious energy drawing people into his orbit. I used to be that anchor keeping him tethered, though lately I can't help but feel I'm losing my grip. Yes. Let's run through the market opportunity slides again. I tune back in, banishing all distractions. Game face on. Today is too important for wavering focus. But as I march toward the boardroom doors, ready to own my destiny, a part of me wonders when Alex will ask me out to dinner next, if he even will at all. The applause still rings in my ears hours later as I take a celebratory sip of wine, basking in the golden hues of the setting sun from my office window. I did it. The executives lapped up my presentation. Our department is primed for major expansion, which is sure to accelerate my rise. As I gather my things to head home, movement catches the corner of my eye. Alex strides in confidently, leaning against the edge of my desk. Knocked it out of the park today, superstar. We should celebrate properly. He holds 2 glasses of champagne from the executive function, eyes dancing. Let's live a little. I raise an eyebrow, pulse already quickening. Is this your way of finally asking me out, Alex? Would you say yes? His voice drops lower. That magnetic pull tugs at me once more. Throwing caution aside, I take his outstretched hand. I'm saying yes now. We talk for hours, champagne forgotten. The lights of the city sparkle like his animated eyes. All the what-ifs and maybes that have simmered between us for months come gushing out. Yes, I was attracted to him back when I mentored him. No, I never expected more than friendship given our roles. But tonight, the lines blur with intoxicating possibility. We kiss under the stars as he drives me home, the kind that steals your breath and stops time. Dinner plans are made for Friday, but I already crave more. As I float up the steps to my townhouse, I know I'm in trouble. The crackle of our connection threatens to become an inferno, scorching my long-held beliefs about professional boundaries. I've spent years dedicating myself fully to the job, relationships always taking a back seat, but Alex makes me imagine, just for a second, that I could have it all. As I fall into bed replaying our first kiss, Elle can't wipe the smile from my face. I'm ready to take the leap with him, consequences be damned. The next weeks pass in a blissful blur. Long romantic dinners, weekends spent exploring the city, laughs that echo long into the night. Each day, the lines between mentor and lover, boss and boyfriend fade away. I've never felt so alive, so seen. But there are moments I catch Alex watching me, eyebrows furrowed ever so slightly, as I discuss expansion plans or angle for that coveted C-suite role. Pride mingled with something else I can't quite place. For now, I brush it aside, too drunk on us and the strides I'm making at work. I can have it all, can I? Evelyn, the analytics you prepped for the meeting today were gold. We're definitely on track for 25% growth next quarter. Easy! Alex yells, swaggering through my office door with arms spread wide. As he rounds my desk for a kiss, I feel a swell of pride. That presentation was my baby, intense weeks of late nights whipping that data into airtight shape. Just burning the midnight oil, we're a great team. I bury my hand in his hair, savoring the high five our lips are celebrating. His grin seems to cloud for a split second before brightening back to its megawatt beam. Oh, hey, forgot to mention, a buddy is flying in from college next weekend. Figured we could hole up somewhere, private to catch up. His voice strains for casual nonchalance as he turns away to fiddle with shelf knickknacks. I feel tension coil down my spine. Our plans had been to visit some open houses, a shared dream slipping into reach as our relationship deepens. But this weekend will be on pause? An old friend, huh? That's nice. I bite back disappointment. Well, my girls have been dying for a wine night. Guess it's a great chance to catch up. Silence rings out between us, broken only by the clinking crystal Alex's fingers neglect to settle. Good for you. Getting dolled up for the bars? His tone edges unpleasantly as he casts me a knowing look that strikes a nerve. If I flirted with other guys left and right, would he crack that whip? Gaslight me. Excuse me. Just a hint of ice sharpens my words. My girls and I will be happily tucked into pajamas watching cheesy Lifetime movies and falling asleep by 10. Thanks very much. Aw, Evelyn, I'm just teasing you. His arms encircle my waist from behind, squeezing me tight and playful once more. You know how crazy I am about you. As he covers my cheek in kisses, a tiny alarm bell sounds deep inside. Alex gets to skip our Saturday open houses for a buddy while I make other wholesome weekend plans, and somehow I'm made to feel guilty? I brush it off, soothing the red flag away. He loves me. It must be an innocent joke. What do you need me to order for lunch, Ms. Carter? Henry pops his head through my door right on the noon hour, interrupting my spiraling thoughts. Oh, I don't care, surprise me, unless Alex called in anything special? I smile, but it doesn't quite reach my eyes. Henry gives me a knowing look. We've been working side by side for years. He can tell today is off. Alex headed out early for the day actually, looked pretty excited about it. At this, Henry raises one eyebrow ever so slightly. But enough about him. He continues brightly, I'll grab you the usual sushi. Oh, and Maya was asking if you're free for dinner tomorrow? At the mention of my longtime work confidant, my mood lifts slightly. Drinks with Maya is just what I need. Her wisdom has guided me through countless career twists and turns. Lately, her counsel around matters of the heart could prove even more invaluable. Dinner with Maya sounds perfect. My calendar is clear. I manage a real smile this time. Thank you, Henry. Really. He winks supportively as he ducks away, leaving me to my swirling thoughts. Could I really be losing Alex, just as my professional dreams inch ever closer? Or am I simply being paranoid, poisoned by unrealistic romantic fantasies? Either way, margaritas with my best workplace mentor should help me gain some clarity. I just hope Maya has the answers I'm searching for, because I feel like I'm drowning in uncertainty. The week drags by slowly, Alex growing increasingly distant as my anxiety mounts. By Thursday, his desk sits vacant for the second straight day, his inbox overflowing. I poke at my pad thai, appetite lacking with Alex's empty chair taunting me from across the office. My phone buzzes to life with Maya's bubbly ringtone. I can't help but smile. Her timing is impeccable as always. "Hey you, sorry I had to reschedule dinner. Crisis averted though, still on for tonight?" "Of course. Can't wait to de-stress with my favorite gal," I reply, my mood lifting already. "Your office or mine for happy hour margaritas first?" "How about that new rooftop lounge instead?" Maya suggests. "I'll secure us a cozy corner table." "Look at you splurging," I tease affectionately. The private spot will make conversation flow easier, away from prying eyes. I arrive at the sleek rooftop oasis to find Maya waving at me enthusiastically from across an ocean of marble tables. Her smile could power a small city block. As predicted, she snagged prime real estate, a secluded curved booth tucked away near fragrant gardens. I slide in across from her, toes instantly relaxing into the plush banquette. "Well, aren't you a sight for sore eyes?" I sigh, taking the chill off with a hearty gulp of margarita. Maya arches one perfect brow. "That bad of a week? Spill?" As my story spills out across our tapas spread, Maya listens thoughtfully, asking probing questions with her trademark insight. I reveal my deepest insecurities about losing Alex, feeling eclipsed by his radiant presence despite my accomplishments. Through glossy eyes, I confess to replaying our early days of blissful passion and partnership, wondering where things veered off course. Maya reaches across the table to grasp my hand firmly, grounding me back to the present. "Evelyn, you shine so brightly, never doubt that. If Alex fails to see that, it's his loss. You need to set those boundaries and stand tall in your worth." I nod slowly, buoyed by her vote of confidence. Maya always knows exactly how. "Evie! Oh my God, what a small world!" A grating voice pierces our haven, slicing through Maya's counsel. Victoria, Alex's striking yet abrasive cousin, sweeps over in a blur of expensive perfume and breezy black fabrics. "Victoria, hello." I force a polite smile. Her ostentatious presence fills the intimate space, shattering the delicate spell Maya wove. "You two simply must join Elliot and I for dinner at our villa. I insist." Victoria breezes on, oblivious as always. "Oh, unless you have other plans already, so sorry to interrupt." Her sing-song faux apology grates down my spine. Maya meets my gaze. I know we're both stifling eye rolls, but ever the diplomat, Maya smiles. "Of course, we'd love to join sometime soon." As Victoria prattles on about celebrity friends and A-list events, I clench my cocktail glass hard, knuckles strained white. This weekend can't end soon enough. Alex betrays me. I confide in Maya yet again, only to have my vulnerability prodded by his tone-deaf cousin. I squeeze my eyes tight, wishing I could spirit myself away and regain control of the narrative, but Victoria's voice drones on, an incessant buzz in my ear I can't seem to swat away. The lingering headache from Victoria's impromptu ambush finally recedes by the time Monday rolls around. Steeling myself, I stride into the bullpen seeking Alex to demand answers about his conspicuous absence. Instead, I spot Henry rushing towards me, face pinched with worry. "Evelyn, there you are. Your Amex corporate card got declined for the client dinner you wanted me to book last week," he fusses breathlessly. I figured it was a glitch, but... My spine stiffens. I triple-check balances weekly and automate payments. No way I missed one. "Try it again now," I say carefully, intuition prickling. Henry shakes his head, adjusting his skewed glasses. "I did. Still declined." I grab my office line, curtly requesting security overreaders to check my account activity. As I'm placed on excruciating hold, the bullpen televisions flash to breaking news about a private jet crash. My eyes catch on images of flaming wreckage before I avert my gaze. An awful tragedy, but I need to focus on my own crisis. The security officer finally clicks back on. "Miss Carter, our system shows 2 large withdrawals were made from your corporate account over the weekend by an authorized user, both at..." His voice trails off momentarily. "The Sapphire Casino and Resort, then a denial for attempting to book a..." His words fade out, drowned by the rush of blood roaring in my ears. It can't be. $10,000, I whisper in dazed disbelief. Exactly the cost of a penthouse suite, yes. For this upcoming weekend, it seems, the officer confirms grimly. I'm afraid someone has compromised your account access. Rage and anguish crash through me with the force of a wrecking ball. Alex and that little snake Victoria planned this twist of betrayal behind my back, siphoning my account dry to fund their lavish getaway after brushing me off all week. I stagger to my office, vision tunneling dangerously. Collapsing into my chair, sobs wrench free despite my best efforts. Hot tears spill down my cheeks at the injustice, the profound violation of trust. Through the fog, I register Henry hovering anxiously, extending a cup of tea. As the delicate jasmine aroma temporarily pierces my despair, one thought crystallizes fiercely. I refuse to take this crushing betrayal lying down. If Alex wants to play dirty pool with his shifty cousin, I can bring far more cunning to this game than either of them can handle. After all, haven't I clawed my way to success against harrowing odds my whole career? Alex has no idea what I'm capable of when provoked, but he's about to find out. I'm taking my power back. I storm out of the office with tunnel vision, barely registering the querying voices of colleagues. Sliding into a sleek black sedan, I bark the address to my driver, Mike. Long day, Miss Carter. We're set to head uptown, but this route goes downtown. Mike's eyes flick to mine in the rear view, crinkling with concern at whatever tempest he sees brewing behind my gaze. Change of plans. I need to pay a social call. I smooth my dress, steeling my nerves. The ex of an old friend reached out. Seems we have mutually aligned interests all of a sudden. Mike raises his eyebrows but says no more as we pull up to a surprisingly modest brownstone nestled downtown. I find the correct unit and rap sharply, pulse thundering in my ears. The door swings open, revealing Daniel's tall frame in dark-washed jeans and a casual button-down, handsome as ever but wearier around the eyes than I remember. Those piercing green eyes widen in surprise. Evelyn Carter, well, this is unexpected. Please come on in. I brush past Daniel briskly. His space reflects his understated style. Rich textiles and artwork pair nicely with sleek modern finishes. I spin to face him. Did you hear about Victoria's stunt this weekend? Daniel's face hardens. I caught wind she was up to her usual tricks, yes, siphoning partners dry then skipping town. He pours zwei glasses of something strong and fragrant. I take it you had a front row seat to the Victoria show? I slam back the drink, savoring the slow burn settling my frayed nerves. Oh, I had primo seats. When she swiped $10K from my corporate account with my ex to splurge on their sweet upgraded fantasy getaway. Daniel swears under his breath. Evelyn, I'm so sorry. I had no idea she and Alex stooped that low. It's despicable. He takes my hand gently. How can I help? My despair flickers, a ruthless plan sparking to life. I lean in toward Daniel, emboldened by his warmth and honesty. How do you feel about getting even by crashing their smug private party? A slow, devilish grin spreads across Daniel's face. My dear Evelyn, I thought you'd never ask. We sink into scheming easily, old hurts fading as our camaraderie reignites. Daniel still has vendor contacts at the resort and helps sneak me onto the staff for the weekend covertly. We piece together our oceanfront sabotage, swapping my declined card for the unlimited library pass I still oddly carry. Let's see them seduce each other without their black Amex fairy godmother. As I sink into the town car later, I replay Daniel's parting hug, his lips grazing my hairline, hesitantly. Could this gentleman be warming back up to me just as Alex sinks lower? The allure of that simmering connection tugs at tired heartstrings. I silence the intrusive thoughts, refusing to be sidetracked. I have a wayward ex and his accomplice to topple this weekend. With Daniel back in the picture, I feel fully empowered to turn the tides at last. I slip unnoticed into the bustling kitchens, tying a pristine white apron over my resort uniform. The savory smells of seared scallops and truffle risotto swirl through the humid air as I arrange my tray carefully. One petite filet, pan-roasted with béarnaise sauce paired with fresh asparagus spears and a flourish of parsley. Finally, the pièce de résistance, a towered, molten lava cake drizzled artfully with raspberry coulis. I balanced the tray gracefully, warring nerves and anticipatory glee churning within. Game face on, Evelyn. Striding down the richly carpeted hallway, I reach their elite penthouse suite. The door swings open to Victoria draped theatrically across a chaise lounge. My eyes sweep the lavish accommodations where they no doubt expected a weekend of plush seduction on my dime. "Room service," I announce brightly. Victoria ignores me with a dismissive hand wave, engrossed in her tablet. I spot Alex lounging on the balcony facing the shimmering turquoise waters, locked in a tense call. His shoes are kicked off, dress shirt rumpled and untucked. Well, isn't this cozy? I circle the gleaming marble bar to set their extravagant courses. As I subtly swap his matte metal credit card for my golden library pass, my pulse thrums with adrenaline. Let the games begin. Just then, Alex barrels back in scowling and grips Victoria's elbow roughly. "We need to talk. Now." They slip into the bedroom, their terse whispers reaching me as I hastily finish tablescaping. My curiosity wars with self-preservation before I creep toward the ajar door. Peering through the crack, I see Victoria pacing as Alex runs both hands through his tousled hair in agitation. "What do you mean most of the product burned up in that crash?" Alex seethes through gritted teeth. Victoria shoots him an icy glare. "I mean, Dean clearly botched transporting the drives here. We have what? Maybe 30% intact?" She rips a section of hair from her otherwise slick updo. Dean. Why does that name ring familiar? As they dissolve into more hushed bickering, cold understanding trickles down my spine. This betrayal runs deeper than I realized. Industrial espionage? Somehow Alex and his scheming relative have roped my company into their web. They mean to undermine everything I've built, stealing intellectual property, no doubt. My ambitions, my dedication, my very legacy hangs perilously in the balance. Well, not if I have anything to do with it. Evelyn Carter is no one's pawn. I back slowly away just as Alex regains some composure. As much as I crave the whole truth, I know I'm dangerously out of my depth here. Time to lay the trap for my double-crossing ex and his two-faced cousin, then seek help from higher authorities. No more of my blood and sweat will fuel their crooked ambitions. I'm ending this toxic masquerade tonight. I paced the lounge where Daniel waited with bated breath, glancing constantly toward the grand lobby entrance for Alex and Victoria's return. "What has you so on edge? Did the card swap go smoothly at least?" Daniel asked, brow furrowed. I lowered my voice, relaying the disturbing conversation I overheard about stolen drives and botched transport. Daniel's eyes darkened ominously as understanding dawned. I should have known. Victoria loves sinking her claws into powerful pawns she can manipulate. She must be using Alex and promises of passion to do her dirty work, pilfering tech-span data. Daniel sighed. This runs deeper than any of us realized, it seems. Let's take a walk. I have an old contact who can help. We slipped into the inky night air, gently lit by the resort's glamorous strings of light. My head spun. How could my judgment around Alex have failed so profoundly? Blind passion clouded me to his true nature until far too late. Lost in thought, I barely registered the sleek silver sports car roaring into valet, Victoria's shrill tone carrying on the night air. My breath stalled. Showtime. Like a vision from a dream, Alex emerged from the driver's side, raking a hand through his perfectly tousled hair. Savage triumph flooded through me as he tossed the keys to the attendant. I watched the confusion play out, Alex's cocky grin slowly dropping as the young valet timidly tried to explain the declined card, Victoria realizing her disguise as privileged elite fading, the indignant demands escalating into a vulgar verbal assault against the cringing staff. Serene satisfaction washed over me as the manager firmly escorted the unraveling pair away from prying eyes. With Alex's tower of lies toppling, I could begin rebuilding. A gentle hand found my shoulder. I turned to find Daniel watching me intently. "Come on, let's get that contact information to the right people, then get you home." You've been through battle today, soldier. Heart swelling with gratitude, I let Daniel guide me into the night, a man who saw me as his equal once more. My footsteps felt lighter already, the future infinitely bright. I blinked blearily at the sunrise filtering through my bedroom curtains, body heavy with exhaustion, yet unable to sleep. After leaving the authorities a lengthy statement, Daniel drove me home where I pondered the rubble of my life before passing out. Swinging my legs over the side of the bed, I willed some resolve to face this uncertain new chapter. As I shuffled to brew coffee, my phone vibrated with a call from the executive board. Bracing myself, I answered. Shockingly, they sounded sympathetic about Alex and Victoria's deception. Even still, accountability would be mine. We're putting you on paid leave pending investigation completion. Standard process, the chairman assured me. My heart sank, imagining my carefully built career crumbling. But off the record, Evelyn, your leadership has been outstanding. We will likely expand your role once the dust settles. For the second time in weeks, hot tears spilled down my cheeks, only this time from profound relief. My professional reputation would persevere, it seemed. Buoyed, I suddenly craved open air and activity to clear the fog. I suddenly registered the date with a jolt. Saturday. The day Alex originally brushed me off, then betrayed me to cavort with his scheming cousin. How far we'd come since. The open house tours I longed for then now felt essential for my fresh vision. Impulsively, I dressed in a sunny sundress and some worn cowboy boots. Alex always hated those, said they betrayed my refined elegance, exactly why I need them now. The spring air worked its magic as I toured lovely spaces full of potential. Hopeful families and enthusiastic realtors provided a healing balm from my isolation. This felt right. As I noticed a text from Daniel checking in sweetly, something released inside. I would redesign the canvas of my life on my own terms, seek counseling to avoid further manipulation, embracing independence again with wiser boundaries. The powerful men of my past no longer held sway. As a cheerful realtor passed me her card, insisting she had a 3-bedroom walk-up I would adore, I smiled genuinely. I would adore anything beautiful that set me on this new journey. Rebuilding had begun, from the ground up and from within. I was finally ready to create that on my own terms. I stand back, admiring my new sun-drenched living room, now warmly decorated. The cozy space matches my new outlook, lighter and more serene after months of counseling and delving into long-neglected hobbies. I found an apartment that spoke to my vision for this next chapter, and a sleek new condo for investing income. I build financial independence along with emotional strength. Tonight calls for celebrating how far I've come. As the doorbell rings promptly at 7, I give my new blush-colored sheath dress a final smooth. Daniel stands grinning in dark wash jeans and leather jacket, white lilies in hand. His eyes travel appreciatively over me. Evelyn Carter, stunning as always. Shall we? Daniel crooks his elbow. I take it gracefully, inhaling the exquisite bouquet. Daniel understands this new Evelyn. While my career is dashed temporarily, I pour passion into youth mentoring programs and scribble fiction stories, enjoying the journey. Daniel attends my speaking events, ever supportive. Over dinner, Daniel broaches the subject hesitantly. Have you decided about the TechSpan holiday party next month? I know facing everyone after everything won't be easy. He grasps my hand, grounding me. I smile softly, strength flowing from his palm to mine. I'm ready. New beginnings, remember. I won't hide. Daniel lifts his glass to toast mine, eyes crinkling joyfully. My future felt resonant and full at last. As he walks me to my door, Daniel caresses my cheek gently. Our first kiss feels like coming home, sweet warmth with a tantalizing promise of passion. I have found my anchor in the storm. Once the door closes, leaving giddy butterflies in my stomach, I notice the sleek envelope on the console. TechSpan Corp Holiday Gala. Guest speaker, Evelyn Carter. I clasp the invite tightly, tears pricking. My keynote redemption song. The phoenix has her wings back thanks to the supportive man beside me. As I drift off, Daniel's kiss still tingling on my lips, I let the promise of a dazzling new day settle around me. My real-life Cinderella story just took an empowered turn. And I know deep down, the best is yet to come.